the money go. You don't slap, that's facts. If the money low, I'm a grand brown man. When it come back, I'ma give it back. My bad when the check hit, the direct hit. I'm glad when the check missed the direct hit. I'm sad like, who's that knocking at my window? They say that it's the...
Coach, it is a sound like no other when they raise that 12th man flag here in Seattle. We just heard it, and that means it's time for football at CenturyLink Field. This crowd, as we've come to expect in recent years, as loud as any in the NFL, and they get even louder when their Seahawks are introduced. We're ready for football as the Seahawks get set to do battle with the Cincinnati Bengals. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Here we go. 8 read. It's a party. Topper. Bang, 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 bang. 5.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. Only a couple for him there on the game's first play, and it's second down. Well, the Bengals and Seahawks meeting here in Week 1, and this is a combination that we haven't seen that often on the turf. If you look back to when the franchises began facing each other all the way back in 1977, but since then, just 20 meetings between the two teams, and the Bengals have won 11 of them, including the last meeting back in October of 2015. Here's 2nd and 8. His throw is going to be incomplete. The linebacker, Bobby Wagner, able to get back in coverage and knock it free.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. That's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration. Deuce. Run pass. Check 3. 80 weapon. Check.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Joker. Check 26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson. And complete here to Carlos Hyde. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. 1st down, Seahawks. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. To throw again on 2nd down. Wilson forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a 1st down.
Watch the pass. Check 3. Switch. Check 3.
Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
This throw complete. Wilson finding Lockett. Looked like man coverage, able to read it there on the outside for the completion. That'll be something to track as the game goes along here.
It certainly will, and there's so many different ways that they will try to figure out whether they're in man.
End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Greg Olsen there to make the grab. As his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And on the first drive, 3 and out. I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way.
Check, hey, box truck. Ready?
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Bradley McDougald that time able to knock it away.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this. He gets this away. It's a good one. Drawing toward the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway.
Shoot! One left. Hey, check 20. Shoot! Under 10.
Play action. Now Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Here I come again. Check, crunch. Say. Watch the ship. Hey.
To throw again. Wilson. He lets it fly for Lockett. And that's caught.
It's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
So barely time. Just outside the red zone. Here's a guy on his 4th franchise in 2 years, Carlos Hyde. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. What a difference a play makes. A huge step forward and now a small step back as he loses a yard or two.
Switch up. Watch out. 14. He's checking crack.
On 2nd and 12, Wilson is complete to Lockett. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, 26 yards. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Ends at 13. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line. On first down, Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this 1 yards. Wilson now already over 150 yards through the air in the opening quarter. It's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Tyler Lockett.
Watch the edge. Alert.
They run it with Carson. And they've got it.
Here we go.
3rd and 2. Now Wilson dancing to his left. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line.
Well, it's about how teams are so competitively matched, and you just want to make those plays that give you an advantage. How about right here? The difference between letting them score a touchdown versus holding them to a field goal, that's absolutely huge with the play he just made.
And you know he hated taking the loss there on 3rd down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now Joe Mixon. After one on. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the 20. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of.
2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. From the gun, a give to Hyde. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
Hey, alert. Say easy.
From the gun on third down, Wilson steps away to his left. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble, and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
So far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on second and goal. Wilson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Well, that's the second time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so they can throw the football.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now it's Wilson, rolling to his right. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Now Wilson, and he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force it.
Here's another 1st and 10. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They start the drive with Hyde. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Buying time to his left. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd. They tried to throw on 2nd down. Unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. They'll toss it out to Carson. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. They end up getting stuffed twice after that 9-yard gain back on 1st down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this, you'd hate to say that a drive in the first half must end in points, but you're down 21-0. They're going to have to get something going fairly quickly.
I would agree totally with that because if you're going to mount the comeback, it's going to have to come in bits and pieces. It doesn't just all come at one time, right? We haven't seen anything more than a 6-point touchdown ever in this game, right? So that's how it has to be done. Get points on the board now. Start your comeback. But you're exactly right. Let's get it going right here in this spot.
Let's go.
A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. On 2nd down, here's Mixon. And he'll fight his way down inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. He only got a couple on that one, so not a ton of help. They'll have a 3rd and 8 forthcoming. Now whistles and a flag, and I believe a Bengal got going a little early there. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Credit the sack to Shaquem Griffin. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. And his kick is good. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. Now, that's something of a pick-me-up, but the offense certainly has struggled, but they do get the field goal before half to put 3 on the board.
Yeah, you don't want to be shut out, but let's face it, those 3 points, that's not going to solve all their problems either.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Now it's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates.
Partner, when you're playing cover 2, this is like a tag team for the safeties. Each of them gets a half-field responsibility. Their job, stay as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick. And it's a terrific return here as he's going to have them set up with a 1st and goal right at about the 6-yard line. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And there is nowhere for him to cut back as he's taken down in the backfield. It's 2nd and goal, back to the 8-yard line now.
36, 36. Check 31, check 31. Check 50, check 50.
To throw is Wilson. And this is going to be intercepted. Important drive if they're going to get back into this ball game.
Think about going into the locker room down 21-10 as opposed to 21-3. 21-10, a little more optimism, a little more bounce around the locker room, a little more discussion about how they're going to finish this thing off. 21-3, I think discouragement clouds that locker room.
Yeah, and I think a touchdown much bigger than a field goal on this drive just to get into the end zone and get that momentum. 10 yards there on a Bengal first. On play action, they'll throw. It's been a very one-sided game. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquem Griffin with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A little under 30 seconds to go. We'll see how they play it here on 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Block it. And he takes it all the way down to the 32. A big play there just before halftime. 61 yards. Here's Wilson to throw. Escaping the... And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we are at halftime here in the opener of the 2019 regular season, as we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Underway. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Airing it out for Olsen. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
That was very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Forced out to his left. He'll find Metcalf. It's a gain of 12, first down Seahawks.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
First down, Seattle, 16 yards, the gain there.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Working his way for a gain of 7 to the 26. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd and 3. This is Carson. And he's going to be taken down here, still a couple yards short of the first.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He gets this one to Boyd. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They'll get 14 on that one. Good for a Bengal first down. Now a play fake here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. He was pretty good a year ago in college, getting outside of the pocket and making plays, but it's a different story here in the NFL.
Well, in college, when he broke out of the pocket, his receivers often knew what to do in a scramble drill. And defenders...
And got his man complete. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Tyler Lockett. 84 yards. Yeah, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now it's Mixon running right. He's got daylight past the 20. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, 78 yards. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. Point after, up and good. And the lead is down to 28-10. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Carlos Dunlap, the Florida Gator, chopping his way to the quarterback. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's second and a country mile. Now Wilson dancing to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. He's got room to run past the 20. And he is out of bounds all the way up near midfield. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. A give to Hyde out of the gun. Oh, nice spin.
Oh, that brought back bad memories.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. From the 44, Wilson steps away to his left. Now he'll pull it down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into his windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw, so maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Now it's Carson. And good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. First down, a run with Hyde. And he will score. It's opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they open the lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Wilson. And he whips that one incomplete there. The rookie DK Metcalf, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. Here's 2nd and 10 now from about the 32. And a give this time to the tailback. And he is going to be close to a 1st down as the tackle made at the Bengals' 24. A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to him here on 3rd down. Here's Wilson. Flush to his right. He can run for it, and he will. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final.
Honey, I dash, got it on smash, foot on the gas. I will not